Hi Colts Nation, welcome back to the second episode of Colts Caves. Thanks to your great response, this series is officially moving forward. So let's go visit 2 more Colts Caves right now. All right, next up is Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hi, Lucas.
How's it going?
Welcome to Indiana.
Thank you very much. Well, not in your Tony Dungy outfit anymore.
No, not game day.
Still a big Colts fan, so I'd love to check out your cave.
Yeah, come on in.
All right, here we go.
This is where it all starts, right here.
Huge Quentin Nelson poster. Look at that.
It's kind of intimidating, isn't it?
Yeah, he is very intimidating, that's for sure. Well, pretty much the stories already start up here in this hallway. We haven't even gotten to the cave yet, or already seeing some stories. I see here a signed jersey by Walker, Tony Walker.
This is Tony Walker jersey. Yeah, he's become a good friend of mine and an inspiration. He's one of the all-time greats at Southeast Missouri State. He's maybe a Colt that a lot of people wouldn't know, but he's got a great inspirational story. Actually, he was never really supposed to even play football. He told me he snuck onto his high school team. He was a musician. His mom didn't want him to play football. And she would go to the games on Friday nights thinking her son was in the marching band, and she'd hear another tackle by Walker. And the parents probably started congratulating her for her son's play on the football team that she didn't even know he was on. She thought he was in the band. And then he goes on to make it in the NFL. Come on down, Lucas. This is it, Lucas. This is my labor of love.
Your labor of love.
Colts Cave.
Awesome. Fun thing about Adam Vinatieri, and he's in your cave, but did you know that he started his NFL career back in the Netherlands? He played for the Amsterdam Admirals as a kicker back when NFL Europe was still around. He didn't get drafted, so he sort of went way down to NFL Europe to get picked up by scouts there. And well, that actually happened. Some coach from the New England Patriots tipped him off to their former head coach back then. And then he, later that year, when he played with the Amsterdam Admirals, that same season already made his debut for the New England Patriots. Well, and obviously moved on later to the Colts, and the rest is literally history.
Wow, that's fantastic.
But yeah, he played in Amsterdam for a while, and he's a super nice guy, and he has a nice spot in your cave too. Why is that?
I just think he was the missing piece to a championship. I do, because I think his leadership, and you knew when he stepped on the field you were going to get points. And his foot won the Baltimore Ravens game during the Super Bowl run, because we only scored field goals. If you don't have any Adam Vinatieri memorabilia or jerseys or photos, it's not a Colts game.
This is pretty much the eye catcher in your Colts cave, right? I think the actual Lucas Oil Stadium took about 3 years to build. How long did this one take?
I think about 3 to 4 months of building, and then I was able to build a table and bring it down here.
Okay.
And then from there, after those 3 or 4 months, I had the skeletons of it, and then it was just details. Every detail that I could think of.
It really looks like the actual one.
Thank you. I would go to the games, and my sons would be like, "Oh, Dad, look, the flags." And then I'd come home and add the little flags or little things you'd notice.
I love how you also included sort of the twist, because they intentionally built the stadium on like an angle so you could see the Indianapolis skyline, obviously through the window, but you included that in this thing as well.
Yeah, it's kind of offset downtown, and yeah, but if you're on the other side of the stadium, you look through the window, you actually see downtown Indianapolis.
So from the stadium to this whole section dedicated to your alter ego, Tony Dungy, Cloney Dungy.
That would be Cloney.
You've met him in person a couple of times. What did he think of your?
Well, yeah, he felt honored. I talked to him and I said, Mr. Dungy, this is in honor of all that you've done for the Colts and how you handled yourself in our community and the impact that he made beyond the field.
So why are you such a big fan of him? Why do you think he's so cool?
I just think he epitomized how we should, treat people, and the way he cared for his players, and he cared for the community. And it wasn't just about wins and losses as the Colts coach, as sweet as those are for all of us. He was more than that. I guess it's lights out.
It is lights out, so it's a ritual every time you leave the cave. Close the stadium. All right, well, close the roof then, as the actual Lucas Oil Stadium does too.
We don't want any rain, bad weather, getting on the field.
Closing up the stadium, there we go. All right, well, that was a good visit with Mike Cloney Dungy. And now we're off to the next cave, all the way in Lebanon. All right, here we go.
Hey, Lucas.
And there he is, the famous post-game show host.
How's it going? Good to see you, man.
Good to see you again.
Yeah.
Well, in a nice pajama, nice Colts pajama.
Merry Christmas.
And you have a Colts Cave too, right?
I do. Want to go see it?
Absolutely.
Let's go. Welcome in. Come on down to the Colts Cave.
The Colts fan Colts Cave.
Colts fan Colts Cave. For sure. Established January 2025.
If you wouldn't mind, show me around a couple times, like what?
Yeah. I'll show you the Philip Dorsett jersey here. Probably my most valuable item.
Our 2015 first round pick.
Of course, blue chip speed, right? Wide receiver. No, he's a good social media follow for sure. Retweeted me getting this, so I appreciate Philip for that. But yeah, that was his rookie year jersey. I think his first 2 or 3 home games.
He played in it, yeah.
Yes, played in it. So you can see kind of up here,
definitely
little back tackling hit there. Had a few receptions early on to his rookie campaign, and then got to get the rookie year graded card to put along in it with there. So
it's not like a huge famous player from the Colts, but it still has a very big space in your cave. Why is that?
Yeah, I love the unsung guys. Everyone can be a Manning fan, Wayne fan, obviously too. Their merchandise is a lot to get a rookie year. So some moderately priced stuff of a guy who had liked multiple of my tweets up at that time. And someone that I may not have lasted too long with the Colts, but was very gracious here, played well with Luck, and then obviously traded him to get Jacoby Brissett. But he's been super appreciative of Colts Nation, and wanted to showcase it here for sure.
You have some more jerseys from other?
Actually, the closet right here. Let me show you.
Oh, here we go. Oh my goodness.
This is all the jerseys. So
it's of course some famous players, but I also see some numbers we don't very often see out on the field for the Colts. Is that a special reason for it, or?
Yeah, like I was saying with the Philip Dorsett jersey, I just love the unsung guys. Frank Gore definitely pretty popular. I mean, Collie was huge. I find it more fun and more of a conversation if I can wear a jersey to a game and people are like, wait, who's that again? Or what was that? Or tap me on the shoulder. Just happened the other day at a Colts event before 49ers game. Was wearing an Antoine Bethea jersey because I have a bit where I wear the jersey of a player who used to play for the opposing team. And then older guy tapped me right on the shoulder and he's like, I love the way Antoine Bethea played. And I'm just like, man, that's the stuff. Like Andre Johnson, I wore an Andre Johnson when I went to a Houston game down there, and they were like, didn't Andre Johnson play for the Colts? And I was like, yes, he did, 3 touchdowns or whatever. And yeah, it's just fun to kind of rep the guys who may not have necessarily got the most shine, but still obviously had a big part on the team.
I hear a phone ring. What's going on?
That might be a interesting piece here.
Somebody calling, or?
A old school phone here.
Jim Irsay.
Jim Irsay's phone from the RCA Dome. believe it or not. It was in his owner's box, so he would have, I don't know how frequently, made calls, you know, a couple other press boosts there. Who knows, maybe down to the field, but yeah, a guy was a part of the demolition of the RCA Dome. But yeah, supposedly he took a handful from the RCA Dome demolition and hear it live.
And it still rings every once in a while.
It does, you know. Sometimes you can hear Jim talking on it, if you really listen.
That was the second episode of Colts Caves. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for your nice response. And if there's more Colts Caves out there, please leave videos, leave pictures in the comments, and I hope to stop by your Colts Caves soon. There's actually going to be a third episode coming up very soon, so please stay tuned. But for now, go Colts!